This is Andy Purewal for ID Boxing, and I'm joined by former world champion Barry McGuigan after brilliant nights of boxing here in Bournemouth. Barry, let's just work our way down from the main event. Chris Billam-Smith, a man you've known very well, been in the McGuigan gym for forever. Yes. A terrific fight as a fan's perspective against Isaac Chamberlain, but as somebody who's close to him, what did you make of it?
Thought it was a terrific fight. Always knew it was going to be a tough fight. Isaac Chamberlain is a very talented young man. He can really punch. He's fast hands. He's tough. So we knew it was going to be a long and difficult fight. So we got that prediction right. But Chris was brilliant. He dominated the fight. He won it clearly. As some people are saying, no, and it was close. It wasn't close. He won it by 4 or 5 rounds easily. And but you know what's more, he dominated the fight. He's the one that seemed to be on top most of the time and landing the damaging punches, and it was very impressive.
Was it more grueling than what you might have originally thought it would be before the fight? Or?
No, I knew it would be a tough fight because Chamberlain can fight. He's a classy kid. He can punch. He's fast hands. He's aggressive. Got a great chin, and you know they both had been talking about a fight, and the atmosphere matched it because the atmosphere was just incredible. And this is like just a den, and it reminded me of my fights when I fought in the King's Hall and the Ulster Hall in Belfast. You could cut the atmosphere with a knife. It was sensational atmosphere, absolutely brilliant.
Chris has spoken openly about his desires to have fought in Bournemouth. He's done that tonight, but he's one step closer to potentially fighting at the stadium now.
That's what he wants to do, and we'd love to get a world title fight there. And obviously he's a kick in the arse of a world title fight. He's got a mandatory against Bregon, the guy he's beaten the living daylights out of before. So that's a bit of a headache because we really want him to move on. Maybe we'll defend it one more time and then go into a world title fight then. But I really feel that he's ready for a world title fight, if not in his next fight soon.
Hassan Azim, what was a very entertaining fight once again, and his opponent very tough and durable.
Very, very tough kid, and you know but the thing about for Hassan was fighting another journeyman, and we planned to stylistically fight this guy, and then suddenly this kid pulled out and we got somebody else in at the last minute. So it's typical of what happens in boxing, and you've got to be able to make those adjustments. And he did it very well, and he boxed 6 rounds. He's a bit disappointed he didn't get rid of him, but he beat the living daylights out of the kid. He had him hurt several times, and he's just got to learn not to empty the tank in the first 3 or 4 rounds. He's got to learn to be patient, use his jab, and then open up his shots and combinations, lift them up. So he's in the middle of a steep learning curve, but he was fabulous, and I loved his style. It was a great fight, and 6 rounds, and there's 6 rounds under his belt. You know, I was the same. I always wanted to get everybody out of there. If I didn't get them out of it, I felt bitterly disappointed. That's not the way it goes, you know. And you've got to learn how to relax, learn how to be comfortable in the pocket, and all of the things that he will learn as time goes on. But he's a serious prospect, as is Adam.
Caroline Dubois, again, another great prospect and another stunning win tonight.
Yeah. Caroline, again, you know, she just is going through the gears, and that young lassie, Happy, whatever her name was, you know, she was ready to get badly hurt, and the referee knew that, so he stepped in and took her out of there. But you know, this girl's getting better all the time. Her confidence is building. She was 9 times national champion. She was European gold medalist. She lost to the Olympic gold medalist by a hair's breadth, and many felt she could have got it. So that's how good this girl is. And believe me when I tell you, she is a better pro than she is an amateur. She's a southpaw. She's really an orthodox, but she's a converted orthodox fighter. She fights southpaw, but she's a lethal puncher. She's great at fighting at close range. She creates great movement. She hits the body, as you saw in her last fight, so well. She is a really, really talented girl, and she's going to go right through that division. And it's probably the most exciting division in boxing, lightweight, light welterweight.
How much of a step up do you want to see from Caroline next? Obviously, Happy Dowdy never really caused her any problems or anything to think about. So what should we expect next for Caroline?
I'd like, you know, let me tell you something. I'd like a better standard opponent. But the point is, she's going to do exactly the same to that. We want girls that will actually throw punches at her, because when they throw punches, they create opportunities for Caroline to counter. So I'm very excited about her future. So the camp is buzzing at the moment. Shane and Josh are working their arse off, and they're doing a great job. Excuse that vulgarity, but it's great. It's an exciting time. Daniel's getting ready. Lawrence is in great shape. Chris has just defended the European title, so hopefully we'll be breathing down the neck of a world title fight in his next sort of 6 to 8 months.
The gym's obviously stacked with a number of talented fighters, Barry. Is this the best you feel the shape of the gym's ever been in terms of the volume and the talent on show?
I'm not sure about that. I think. How you doing? Good night, lads. I think Shane is obviously a tremendous coach, one of the best coaches in the world. He is a magnet. The guys that want to get better, they want to maximise your potential. Good night, Jumbo. I will see you later. Kids that want to maximise the potential, and they want to get the best out of themselves. They know where to go, and it's a great atmosphere. All the guys work their butts off. They're all dedicated. They're all trying to outperform each other, and it's just a great atmosphere. It's a great place to be.
Final one, Barry. I know he's not in the gym, but there was a lot of excitement over the pro debut of Ben Whittaker tonight. Yeah. Did you catch him at all?
I saw the finish. Very exciting kid. I wrote a piece in the paper, and I said to him, "Did you read my piece?" And he went, "I did." And he's a super talented kid. And we're not going to see any real stiff opposition for a while because they want to bring him along at a decent pace. But he's the sort of kid that can move aggressively. He's a world-class talent, and he is a beautiful mover. And tonight he showed he can punch too. He's just got to work a little bit more on sitting down on his shots, holding his feet without losing that ability to evade punches. And he can do that because he's so naturally talented.
Right, Barry, I appreciate your time. I'll allow you to enjoy the rest of your evening here in Bournemouth. Thank you for speaking to me in ID Boxing.
Thank you, and delighted that Robert has started a new channel. He knows what he's doing, and so do you, Andy. So great to see he's up and running.